There's a weather radar on the center screen. Yeah. So there's a bit more coming up there, but we're going to be descending and turning shortly anyway, so we should be good. So, not quite handily, there's like a bit of land that sticks out here just before the, well, just after the airfield. It's a bit hazy, but hopefully we can use that. Runway 05, was it? There you go, 05, elevation 200. Yeah, we're just gonna visually, there's like literally no, like, nothing seems to understand this airport exists apart from SimBrief. Sorry, Sky Vector. Right, so that little spit of water there, that is almost certainly that bit of water, which means our airfield's just after it. Contrails, yeah. One day we'll get contrails. Somebody will probably create a mod for it anyway. CB, we're a nice little corner of the internet, mate. That's what we are. Jeng, that stuff is in the pilot's handbook for each plane, usually. It'll have like tables near the back which will show you altitudes and mixture settings. Ek the Red, thank you very much. Are the books in the game now? Jeffrey, thank you, 53. Crazy Matter, thank you for subbing. Welcome. Now I've got to somehow find this thing. I've just noticed if we land on 05, we're going to have a massive tailwind. How convenient. How very convenient. Okay, maybe we're going to have to try and do it the hard way. There's no runway. I hope there is a runway. Yeah, it's a really nice approach, isn't it? It's lovely. But we need to actually find there it is. I think that's it. Could be wrong. I mean, I don't know. I'm not so sure. It's got to be that. It can't be anything else. Good luck, we're all counting on you here. Oh man, this scenery is so good. That actually looks legit real. Who knew Mexico looked like this, eh? Yeah, well, this is the right place. We're just going to have to swing a right circuit and come round. See if we can find it. That's the plan. I wish you could, like, on the FMS, I wish you could put extended center lines out here. That'd be really handy. Okay, inertial separators on. Landing lights are on. Marking brakes off. First stage of flaps going in. I'm going to take a slightly longer downwind because I want to get a visual on this thing. I'm still not seeing it very well. I don't know, is this it? Whether I think it was near the town, wasn't it? I reckon that's it though. I seem to remember on the aerial photograph it had a town right next to it. Press S and it'll view the runway. We're better than that. Pretty certain that's the runway. Alright, we're going gear down. I can't see. Literally can't see a thing. I'm thinking that's it though. But I don't think it is, it can't be. I don't see an airfield. I thought that was it. That is it. The sat-nav's got to be wrong. That's got to be the airfield, but that's not where this thing says it is. I'm going to go with this. The actual waypoint for this thing is not in the right place, I don't think. If it's not the airfield, we'll have to go around. It's like a road or something. It's not where it says it should be on the map. So look where it is on the GPS and look where it is. It's just nowhere near. nice tree on approach, lovely. Oh my god. That tarmac. Is this actually a runway? Is this actually a runway? Oh, what is this? Tarmac. This is Mexican tarmac. Well, we sprayed it grey. Oh my god. That was insane. The runway isn't where it's supposed to be. Even the GPS got that wrong. And it's definitely not tarmac. And it's very, very undulating. Holy smokes. Well, that was a very interesting approach.
Warning, okay.
Ay, 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 we made it. Actually made it. Wait, where's the ground crew? Flight has been logged. Andy225, thank you for 51 months, sir. Kieran, thank you for 2. Oh boy, right. Flight director's coming off. Hey, hey, hey. 2 hours and 59 minutes. That flight. 2 hours and 59 minutes. Yikes. Operational condition time, 27-minute night. Oof. Anyway, won't bother with all that nonsense. Let's have a quick look what that did. That was a very, like, padding the logbook. That was like a really beautiful approach, but the GPS did not line up with where that runway was supposed to be. It didn't count as a landing. Well, that didn't count as a runway, so... On Microsoft Flight Sim, great. Is it because it was not near where it thought the runway was? Yay. There we go. 839 nautical. The issue now is when you try to take off. That will be very interesting indeed. Wait, did I forget to fly that for a squirrel? Oh well, you have to donate some money. I need to chuck $5.5 grand over to Air Squirrel because I forgot to fly it for Air Squirrel. MM2F. You landed at the wrong location. There's a new runway at the right location. Hang on. Right. Okay, we're going to take off in the drone and go and figure this one out, so... So you reckon this isn't the right one?
Welcome to the nut house.
Let's see if we can find the correct one then. The correct one, it said, was west of here. Thank you, Pombero. Jide, thank you for subbing. Welcome. So where is it then? If that's not the runway, if I landed on the wrong runway, bearing in mind that when we was in the when we was in here and you click on it, It loads a satellite image of it eventually. Joff Hato, thank you for 46 months. I remember this image, right? And if you look at that image there, look at that runway, and look at that town. Can you see that? It's literally like the only town here. And it's next to this peninsula bit. And you're telling me that's not the town, and that's not the runway, and I landed in the wrong place. There's a peninsula. I say to you, show me a runway. That is 100% the correct one. Benjamin, thank you for 38 months. This year you're going to go to Germany, Poland, and Belgium. Blimey. Enjoy, sir. Enjoy. What I don't get is in Microsoft Flight Sim, it obviously generated the runway here. So how did it manage to make it the most dubious tarmac ever? It's like somebody literally spray painted the grass. It started raining. Right a little and straight ahead. Nah. No. This is the only town for miles. There's no way this is not it. It did not generate the runway, it's just an image. That would make sense if this was just a satellite image and it didn't actually generate the runway. I think that's what happened. I think it's a bug. I think Asobo forgot. So now we're going to find something nearby. So we look for something within 50 nautical of here. I should have clicked assignments. Bad IKAO. Really? Wait, this is your runway, dude. This is your code. How can this be unknown when it's like here? You had the same issue. Can you only fly from the airport you just landed on? No, but the plane is now at this runway and I need to get it out of here, right? Chico, thank you for subbing. Welcome. Try MM66. I'm just waiting for it to... I think it found it this time. It says there's a runway north of here. The feds are on the way. It's only paracetamol. So what, while it's doing that, we'll bounce flight sim. Oh, come on. Two and a half tons of cargo. I don't think the TBM can carry that much. Holy smoke. What is this group assignment here for 7,600 miles? The heck is that? Well, no, it's not only paracetamol, obviously. It's ibuprofen as well. The airport is a mystery. Flight Sim doesn't recognize it. FS Economy doesn't recognize it and thinks it's... It really is. It really is just like the most unknown airfield ever. We need to find a decent place to go to pick up some jobs back north. Okay, so there's 174 nautical. Let's have a look at that. Hmm. 3 Class 2A patient transport. What the heck does that mean? That's annoying. All these go to like slightly different places. 11 passengers. Somebody get the caravan. Wait, what? 11 passengers for $1,600. Yeah, good luck with that. You want to go 150 miles? Yeah, all right. Wow, all the jobs down here are terrible, aren't they? There's like... There must be something. What's that? LC? MIA. Let's try LC. Try that one. When are you going to fly again? When we start this up? When we figure out a job? We're going to have to go somewhere. Oh, come on. SquirrelPlus. Oh, yeah. FS Economy's had over like 1,000 applications a day. Okay, that's a bit more promising. Ten passengers, I wish. This is a good one. This will take 6 people. 186 nautical in the right direction. So that's a potential. And we could... Oh, I wish we could take that. 27 passengers. What plane are they going to use for that? Yeah, we've got 2 TBMs in the group now. There you go, that's the one. What's the maximum cargo a TBM 930 can carry? That would actually get us back in America. 15 grand. That is a steal, that is. 950. Okay, we're not even in the right ballpark then. What can a caravan carry? Feels like fantasy football with planes. Kind of. I'm trying to work out what planes they think can move this cargo. Look at this. Embraer jet. $5,000 an hour. Rip. What's Flight Sim doing? Flight Sim's going crazy. Well, we can't take that, we can't take that, we can't take that. And they're going in the wrong direction. Can't take that, can't take that. So that's no use. 5 patients, 700 nautical back into the States. That could work nicely. Paying 9k, we could do that. Where's KFST? Caravan max payload 1400 kilos. Blimey. Stockton, Texas. Ooh, could fly to Texas. We'd have to just punt it up to here. MMZO. Can't do the rest of them. MMLC. $2,000 for 186 nautical to MMLO. You have stuttering and some FEF's issues and FSC. What? You have issues when using FSE? Look at this place. Crap. Yay for server. You've flown from North to Central Africa and haven't had one real AI plane on the radio. Interesting. Well, that's quite a nice hub. I'm not being funny, but who on earth is going to take 112 passengers, 1,000 miles for $8,000? It's just not going to happen. Not going to happen. Player de Oro International. I quite like the sound of that. Let's grab those passengers. I have a PPL, Mr. Chip. Oh my god, game, come on. Did they add it? I don't know. No, apparently not. Now it's added it. Right, so we've got these passengers in the bag. So we need to fly up to MMZO. From where we are now, which is in... I think Flight Sim knew it was this. It's going to put us on the runway. You have no choice but to be put on the runway. I can't wait to see where it spawns us in. And then we want to go to MMZO. Oh, it knows about that. That's good. There you go. So we're going to fly. This will be nice, actually. We'll fly along the coast. Flight conditions live. Runway 28. We'll just VFR it. It's just literally down the road. I think we're okay for fuel, but I think I might refuel here because fuel is quite cheap. Let's get rid of that. So that's going to be a 700 nautical plus 56 nautical, at least 800. Rent the plane. Let's see, 700 nautical, 800. Let's say 800. 800, we need 150 gallons. I think fuel's quite cheap here. The rental planes and FSC owned by other actual players. So some are system owned and some are player owned, and you can tell the difference. If I can give you an example. It's whether it has like an asterisk next to it or not. Like that's a system-owned one, I think. I think if it has an asterisk next to it, it's player-owned. It doesn't really matter though. 359. I think we paid 319 when we left. Why is the map so blurry? I wish I knew. Chess A3. Oh, we must have paid 359 actually. What happens if you take off without refueling FSC but refuel with the sim or vice versa? Basically, yeah, it's gonna get a bit wonky about that. No, I don't. We need to look into the whole FPO thing and see how it works, but I don't think we have the money for an FPO. I think, isn't it like when you set an FPO up, you need to have people fly materials in to set it up or something like that? I think that's the idea of it. That's the stuff we want to get into. Because I think I read somewhere when you set up an FPO, like it needs a load of materials and then you create group assignments and then people in the group basically fly the stuff in. I think. Good call, Benner. What's an FPO? Forward base of operations. Think of it like when you land at, say you land at an airfield and you want to get some fuel or you want to get some maintenance or whatever, an FPO will do that for you. I think in Flight Sim Economy, there can be no more than 2 FPOs at a given airfield. And you have to kind of bid for them. So if, you can't just set up camp wherever you want. If there's already 2 FPOs there, you can't create another one. You have to wait for them to sell it or something. This flight will be flown for Squirrel TV. Yeah, okay, so we can't assign it yet because we've not got anybody on board yet. That's fine. So we're going to go to MMZO. I wonder if Navigraph knows about MMZO. Oh, it does. Look at that. You can get charts and everything. Oh, wow. We're going to go in on the coast. Nice. $280 straight in. Look at that. Beautiful. $5,200 feet. That's a very random number. Right, let's change livery. Let's go with the green one.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
You can also win the FPOs in the lottery. How do you enter the lottery? Over? I've never even done that. I didn't know FSE had a lottery. Billy, thank you for 28 months. Would make a nice VOR flight. I guess. ZLO, Manzanillo VOR. Wait, what did it spawn me? This is interesting. This is where the sim thinks the runway is. Oh my god. That's literally somebody's field. Oh my god. Dude, this is nowhere near. Like, the runway's over there. This is where it thought that we should land. Down in, like, Farmer Jeffos's field. I don't know how we're going to get out of this. It's literally like the road he puts his tractor down. It's just nuts. Hang on, I want to get a pushback again. Pablo's Patch, it's called. Go to an FBO, then in the bottom you can enter the lottery, but each ticket is pretty... Oh, you have to pay. Ah, that kind of lottery. Rip crops. Hey, if they're growing sprouts, I don't mind. Yeah, that would completely explain the airport code confusion. I agree. It's like a massive run-up. Yes, I know I put the parking brake on. I was the one that did it. Right. How do we, nav source, FMS, nav 1. How do we change the nav frequency, nav com? There we go. Com 1, com 2. No, okay. Where's the, how do you change the nav frequencies in this thing? Bearing? Nav 1. Does anybody know how you change the frequencies in the TBM? Com 1. What's the nav frequencies? Audio, radio, navcom. That's where I looked. Oh, audio. Ah, okay, yeah, there it is. Alright, so Manzanillo was 116.9er. 116.9er. How do I make that active? Transfer. 116.9er. No data. We out of range of it? You go into the second PDA, put in the waypoint info button, and it's a nav frequency for runways. Go to second PDA. This one. Put in the waypoint info button. Airport. Select airport. What was the airport called? MMZO. ZO. Enter. Frequencies. Wait, what? That's the com frequency, surely. Yeah, Manzanillo approach is 118.7. That's not the nav frequency of the runway, though. This airport doesn't have VOR frequencies. You have to land manually. According to the chart, Manzanillo has a VOR approach, and it has a VOR station, Zulu Lima Oscar, 116.9. According to this chart, it does have a VOR station. Press the nav 1, you think it's a button. If I've got that punched into nav 1... Oh, there you go. Nav 1's... It's identified it, look. Nav 1. ZLO119... There, it's in here, but it's not showing... It's identified it there. Yeah, it's got it. It knows where it is. But it's got no data nav 1 here, bizarrely. Not sure why that is. We could leave that on GPS, I guess. That's the blue line will tell us where the airfield is, and this should tell us where the VOR is, I think. Try clicking on runway in the second screen. Runway 28, 7,000 foot long, frequencies, there you go. There you go. So that, yeah, okay. No, wait a minute. No, that's still... It's still not giving us nav frequencies, that's bizarre. VOR 1 didn't work for you, had to use nav 2. Angel, thank you for subbing. Alright, well let's see if we can figure this out. It'll be fine. Maybe it's not picking it up yet, but it's identity here, so I don't get why we're not getting nav1 data. When there's a VOR specifically of the runway, it says frequency runway 21 frequency. Don't know. Don't know. Right, we're going to altitude set 5,000. We're going to go nav mode, but we're going to follow the nav 1 VOR. Going to go into V speed. Trim is set. Takeoff is set. Inertial separators on. Just need to kick off FS economy. How do you add assignments to multiple destinations to your flight, JT? You just basically go and pick them and add them to your flight, and it'll bundle them up. And so if you find a hop, you just add the passengers at the first one, add them at the second one. When you get there, you end the flight, start again, it'll pick them up. If you see what I mean. Right, FS economy is active. I think we're good. Let's try and take this thing off out of Pedro's airfield. So we're going to climb an outright turn to 5,000. Everything is set. Parking brake is off. Where did this wind come from, eh? Power set. Let's hope we've got enough grass. No, you can't do it for Air Squirrel because there's no assignments yet. That was close. Not gonna lie. That was close. We just had enough grass. Right, flaps are up. Oh my god, this weather. Fuel dampers on, autopilot's on. I don't know if we're going to make it to 5,000. This weather's pretty bad. Right, so our course into the VOR is going to be on 280 is what we want to come in on. So we'll keep flying over until we get this green line, and then we'll engage. Actually, nav mode, it should be following nav mode. It's gone back to nav mode. Alright, it should pick it up, we'll see. We shall see. Right, separator's going off. Oh, the real weather flying's just amazing. It's actually amazing. There's some weird graphical artifact going on the horizon. I don't know if you see it every now and again. You're like, I don't know. I've seen it a couple of times. Okay, so my concern about 5,000 of these hills. That is definitely not. Oh, here it comes, coming in now. I think. Is that green line moving, or is it my imagination? We could have a slight problem trying to come in on the VOR. It's definitely moving in. We could have an altitude issue. No, it is moving. It's definitely moved, but very slowly. See, we got it to come in on 280. We're going to be running close on these hills. This will be interesting. You get all the weather but no wind data. Winds will always report 250 to 23 knots. What's this? Try a flight out of Heathrow. It's a spicy venture right now. Well, this weather's pretty interesting to say the least. Okay, we're 45 nautical away. It's on a bearing of 285, so that should hit 280. Then this we should bank left shortly. I find the TBM autopilot works better if you have half mode turned on. Otherwise, it just banks so aggressively. It basically just like does this to try and get back on profile. Rip this weather. No worries, Mickey. Thank you, mate. Oh, yeah. I love the fact you fly through cloud and then come out of it, and it just looks incredible. Look at that. I don't have a list of all the equipment, no. I don't have the rig stuff. I have my PC and studio equipment listed, if you run the specs command. You didn't know the TBM was on FSE? Yeah, they had a TBM 900, and then they added a specific 930 for Microsoft Flight Sim about a week ago, I think. Oh, look at that cloud. That's impressive. This game, they should have just called it Screenshot Simulator. 2010, 2020 or something. Because that's literally what it is. Desktop wallpaper generator. Oh, that cloud's amazing. Alright, we left the precipitation. Yeah, FS economy is struggling. It's got a lot of demand on it. Whoa. Getting jostled a bit here. .34 nautical out. Tracking the VOR. Got misty again. Yeah, it's all live weather, so in theory what's going on in the world right now here is what we're seeing. What's your longest flight? Well, we just did a 3-hour. That was pretty monster. Yeah, that's annoying. When the sim crashes, it is just heartbreaking. I haven't downloaded the FPS glass thing yet, no. I need to download that. Thing is, I don't know, the TBM doesn't seem to suffer from it too much, you know? That's that weird land we saw from when we was coming in, and I kept saying, what the heck is that? It's basically submerged land, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. It looks like a floodplain, but I'm just curious as to why it has this, I don't know, a very man-made path to it. It's bizarre. So here's the bay, which means we've got to clear the top of this ridge. And the actual airfield is somewhere, I think, at the end of that beach. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Pretty much every flight today has been fun in some way. That is actually quite pretty. We're down in Mexico. Possibly Danube, yeah. At some point we'll do specific planes, I guess. Probably makes sense. Do you think this will be any good on the Xbox Series X? I have no idea. I mean, I would have thought that Microsoft will want this to be one of the flagship titles on the console. So I don't think... I think quite... To quote Jurassic Park, I think they will spare no expense. I think they'll throw money at it and make it look amazing. That's what I would imagine. Bring the speed back. The big problem you'll have on the console version, I think, is that, you know, like on the PC version, you can get community-driven stuff. Like, you're just not going to get that on the console. You're going to get whatever they give you. Flying at high altitude, do you change your QNH or do you have it set to where you take off? You can do your QNH en route by pressing the B key, or you go standard above transition, which varies from country to country and airfield to airfield. That's quite pretty. Reminds me of when we flew around Chile. If they get it on console, your normal life is over. Yep. I feel like it's laterally off track right now, like it needs to be more to the right. It's weird. I can actually see the airfield. It's a bit bumpy. We'll take it from here. We'll watch the VOR, but I'm not going to strictly follow it. How's the V-Bucks making? We got, I think 13k for the last run, which was pretty good. Ugh. Camera. You spend that long faffing around with the camera coming in that you go below profile. Look, proper tarmac. Yeah, the VOR is actually lining up quite nicely now, but it wasn't earlier. That's really weird. This is a nice beach landing. This is great. And we're down. Find somewhere to pull off. Oh, look, they've even got a GA parking spot. Welcome back, FT8. Yeah, it was a bit nicer than the last one. That'll do. Nice. Does it support head tracking? Yep. I have it paused most of the time. Just so that it's smoother for you guys, you know? This thing doesn't want to go to cut off. There you go. We made it. Right, so that flight would have been logged. Let's have a look. So unfortunately we don't get any income for that one. Yeah, it has master warnings for everything. So now we're at MMZO, which means we should be able to pick that up. But I'm going to bounce the sim so we guarantee we get live weather. Taxi. Right, got to figure out a route for where we're going now. Just double check there's nothing else at MMZO that's appeared. Even though having lots of issues getting to connect to the sim team. Have you looked at, I mean, It should just be a matter of changing the, hang on a sec, let me wait to this. This keeps happening with FS Economy, it keeps crashing. Let me kill the process. When you shut the sim down, FS Economy is getting really upset. I should shut it down before I close the sim, I think. I do, Benny, yeah. Wow, 48 passengers, 5 grand. Good luck with that. Right, so now we're going to take these 5 people to KFST from MMZO. I'm thinking these will be recognized by SimBrief, so let's give it a whirl.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
Okay, that's better. TBIM 900. That's the route it thinks we should take. Right through Mexico, over Monterrey. Straight into Texas. Ooh. Over 9,000 trucks. Thank you, 3 months. Estimated altitude. So, in theory, we could generate that. Why has it got FST? Let's have a look. If we generate that flight plan. And then the SimBrief downloader will save it into Microsoft Flight Sims folder. And then Navigraph, we should be able to import from SimBrief. So it's chosen runway 10 UD log 1. Look at that. Look at that for a departure. That's hilarious. Bit of a long flight. Yep. Now, it's not picked any approach for us by the look of it. It's expecting the 1-2 though. But it didn't actually pick an approach. Do you have to do anything special? So the only thing is in your config, just put remote computer 127.0.0.1, which is your own PC. And then this port number here needs to correspond to your SimConnect config. So for me, that's 6700. But for you, you need to go and look at wherever you install SimConnect, which for me is in that folder there. So like it's in your app data, local packages, blah, 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 Microsoft Flight Sim, local cache, SimConnect. And then I've added this here, which is why I'm using 6700. But if you're using the standard, by default, you should have that. And that 500 port number needs to line up with that port number. So you'd set that to 500 because it's basically listening on 500 and it's going to talk to it on 500. So you need to make sure those things line up, basically. There are complete instructions for this on the Flight Sim Economy pages. Of course, there are complete instructions for this. Right, approaches. Let's have a look. 1-4. Do an RNAV on 1-2 via FST. I think we'll have to vector ourselves in. Fort Stockton. A Vortac. So we could use that. What we could do is if we set our VOR up for 116.9, and then we set a course for the runway, which is, let's see, not this one, we're on the wrong one. RNAV 1-2. I think that's what we'll do.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Yeah, we'll set up Stockton and put in a course of 116. And that should bring us in. Wiggy MT, thank you for subbing. That's what I'm thinking of doing. VORs never do what you expect them to do. They don't do anything. VORs just send you a signal. It's up to you what you do with it. But we'll see. We'll see how we get on. We're just going to vector ourselves at the end there, but I think we'll be fine. We'll set up the VOR approach. We'll do that en route. Okay, so that plan should, in theory, be loaded into here. Although I don't know what it's going to do in terms of runway and stuff. If I load that, it should be here. Runway 10. Oh my god, is it going to set us off on the runway again? If I change this, it might change it all. No, it didn't. It's fine. So departure's still arrival direct, and we'll sort that out later. Cool. So we've got the flight plan. So it looks like there's a whole load of weather. Look at that. There's a whole lot of weather west of us now. When we were flying down here, this is what we basically flew right through. Actually, we came from Phoenix, which is here somewhere. We came through that, but I think we're going to miss it all this time.
Happy anniversary.
All right, let's just check we're on live weather, live time. Elrinator, thank you for 3 months. Yeah, we don't need to load FSE fuel. It'll do it for us. I need a bio break. 1 second. I'm back. Let's have a quick look around before we do anything.
Happy anniversary, Natter.
That's where we just landed. Sidekick, thank you for 3 months. 1-0's there. Oh wow, what's this? What the heck, man? Radioactive river? What are they growing here? That doesn't look normal. Algae, yeah, if you say so. Right, so as usual, they stand completely in the way. It's okay, the fire truck's here. What are they trying to say? This should all be off. Let's get a push back off this guy before we do anything else. Which runway was it departing out of again? I'm sure it was 1-0 on the plan. It was 1-0. Yeah, I'm going to do that now.
Okay.
So we need to change to my flight. Come on. And then, because it says it's going to fly it for me, I'm going to fly it for Squirrel, which is the one step that I often forget. So now we're flying it for Squirrel, which means it gets a cut of the money, which is what we want. And then we check the fueling, which we already did. We've got 200 gallons. We need about 150, so we're absolutely fine on that. We have passengers, 5, 2 seats available, $9,000. Okay, so that's good.